Welcome, people, to another episode of Gone Fishing. So, crazy episode tonight. We got a lot of shit going on. But, um, that being said, hello, folks. Mike here. I got Ray with me. Um, First to start out, this November is absolutely been crazy. I mean, we've been still fishing topwater in November. That's absurd. Um, okay. That's absurd. We we were out at one of our local ponds last weekend. The top water bite was still on. I was planning on going out tonight. Um, got tied up, but how could it possibly be that? What are we? November 7th now,
Yeah. So you're still catching top water?
and still catching top water, still catching snakeheads, still catching bass on top water. What is that about? And then that being said, we went out to Susquehanna. We're not catching the fish that we thought we would be the cold water fish, walleyes, smallies, that shit. That ain't happening right now. It's still summer as far as the fish are concerned. Am I right?
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, we're still in 70-degree days.
70 or 70s? I know, like, we had one night that it got cold enough that there was frost on my car. But it is absolutely, this season is crazy as far as what we're catching, when we're catching it, and how we're catching it. I can't even describe, like, when we're out there and I'm going subsurface because I should be subsurface,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm not catching the fish subsurface, and I throw on top water hollow body frog, and then all of a sudden I'm catching fish. The hell's with that?
It's awesome. Good time.
I'm not saying it's a thing. That's now, Ray. You know that's my favorite,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but I kind of was in that mindset that I gotta let it go. I gotta accept that top water's done. And then I'm just talking to Rodney tonight, and as of when I talked to him, I think he had 10 bass and 4 snakes tonight. I mean, go on Tightline 302. I don't know what he ended up with, but
Oh, he'll be posting it later.
I
Maybe
know
a
he
little
will. That's why I'm telling him to go on because as of that time, I was giving him the big FU because I wanted to be out there. Let's tell us. He was kicking ass. I said it was windy though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We all hate wind.
It was definitely.
One thing I recently learned about wind, gotta tell you, is the last couple times there's been a breeze. And what I've learned is there's certain ponds and structures that we go to. The wind is absolutely awful. But there's others that it will help you drift across an area that has a lot of fish in it. So I will say the last time I went, when the wind died down, I was like a little pissed. I'm like, now I gotta paddle. This sucks. So wind doesn't always suck. It
Then you
sucks.
have an anchor pole when you just anchor pole in the ground and hold kayak in spots.
Well, where we've been fishing recently, I don't bring the big kayak with the anchor pole. Actually, I'll tell you this: I ordered another mount because so I have a power pole micro, doesn't have an internal battery source. It has a battery pack. So all I need is wherever I put it on, I can. So I bought it
Hmm.
so I could put it on. Yep,
Yeah.
on the Ascent,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it was a $40 purchase. It was a great $40,
That's a good price. That's really
right?
good. Yeah, that's really good.
And what I have to do now is the whole thing. Just you unscrew it, lift it out, put it in the new thing, and I don't need an internal battery source as its own battery source. So I never really thought much thought I could actually do. So if any of you use the PowerPole Micro, one, the game changer. It was an absolute game changer for me because I effing hate wind. And what will do out there on my big kayak, the autopilot, I'll kind of lodge my front end against a weed bed, lily pads, and because anyone that has a pole anchor knows that it's going to turn you to whatever direction.
Now it's whenever you're casting and you start reeling, you're back your kayak.
Yeah,
It goes towards everything. Yeah.
but like if we're on that one place by we're on Dragon Run, I put my front end of the kayak into a bunch of lily pads, drop my anchor pole, and it will keep me there and angled because but it's more important with the ascent because I've learned. So Ray will tell you this. Last year was my first year kayak fishing. I took uh, a native out. I was super cautious, like even to reach behind me, grab a new lure was like right over the last year and a half since then. I've bought multiple kinds. First was an Ascend, which I bought for like $200, and it's great. I ain't standing. I'm a almost 300-pound man. Now I'm in pretty good shape for a 300-pound man, but I ain't standing on that shit. No one's standing on that Ascend. It's a
No,
it's but my old town, no problem standing on. Actually, the Ascend I'll stand on in and out of, but the old town, no problem standing on. Standing on a kayak makes a huge deal because fast any direction. Meanwhile, when you're sitting, for me personally, I have recently switched from spinning rods, bait casters. My backhand still question. So I'm sitting. I got this side to go to, and my backside. That's kind of questionable. But if you're standing, you just turn, right? And the other side of it, when you're out there, I mean, Ray and I fishing be out there 8, 10 hours. You gotta pee.
stand up and pee. Oh,
Not on the ascent, you don't. Not on the when you're going like this, you're pissing all over your feet.
Clean over and go.
I
Yeah.
know, I know. This is where Ray. I'm not gonna ask for a demonstration
Oh, yeah, you're demonstrating.
where he dropped his ass over and take a shit. We will say, um,
Works out.
I, I, I
Hey, you
gotta tell you,
just gotta hang on for dear life.
I
That's all.
really don't ever want to see that happen. I don't.
Kind of funny, actually.
No, it's not. If I, that might scar me for life. If that ever happens, and I'm in your immediate, you know, you need to give me a warning. Say, Mike, I gotta take a shit. You need to leave. You need to leave the area.
Yeah.
That's not a side of you for once.
Hey, you know what you gotta do though? So I fished one time, Blackwater, and down in Maryland, Cambridge, Maryland. I was down there. They have a bunch of real narrows, have like a spot where the trees come out. So what I do is I find the trees that are lean like an L. So you can keep your feet on the kayak and you sit your ass on the side of the tree and you go. Kayak's out in front of you, holding where you. Hey man, man.
You
Hey, I
so you're what you're saying is you gotta get creative.
I thought you got to be creative.
So I'm gonna give a shout out. Chris Sherman's on, John Coverly, Castanasky. Oh, Ray, you're on.
Come on, man.
Andy's on. I don't know who's on the other side, but guys, comment, give us anything you want. Um, as far as having, since we're on this topic, I was out crabbing, so I have this power pole, and I had to take a leak. When you drop the power pole, it locks the kayak to the bottom, so you don't have the sway in the kayak. It's
Right.
very stiff. I almost fell off the damn kayak trying to take a leak because when you drop the power pole goes down and you feel it lift the kayak off center. So it doesn't have the sway of the water. You know how if you stand up in a kayak, you have the sway of the water? It's locked in. And I'm standing on it. I would have been better off without the anchor locked down because now it became really stiff. And now it was way less stable. And I'm up taking a leak, and then it turns, and now I'm facing the houses with my genitals exposed to the houses, but I'm already mid peeing,
I like
and
it when the boats come by and you're paying, like you think that and you're like, buying something.
I'm I'm like, okay, here's where I'm at, and if I stopped, I would have fallen. I almost fell out anyway because it's so the kayak lifts a little bit, so I'm off balance anyway. Anyway, if any of you got those stories of trying to relieve yourself off a kayak, especially with my experience with an anchor pole, I thought that would be better to drop the anchor pole because at least I'm not moving anywhere. No, it was,
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to have that regular flow.
you need
Kayak.
the regular flow.
Yeah. Like so. So John said, until a snake comes across that branch. Well, John, I'm going to tell you, I found a I found an embankment one time when I was down at Blackwater. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to get off and climb up into the woods. So I pull my kayak up, mud spot, nice little trail. You can tell the deer were on, deer track going. I walk up. There I get to the top of the hill, which is probably 4 or 5 foot hill, just all from the water. I get up there, and there's a snake skin all the way around this tree. There was this briar bush underneath the tree.
Must have been an anaconda.
Dude, I literally, it was a snake skin. And my ass was sliding down that hill in my kayak, and I said, I'll hold it a little bit longer. Just then I found a nice tree, nice level. I had an arm hold on to hold on so I fall off the tree. I have a kayak next to me. I have my feet hold on to the kayak. Perfect. Works every time. Beautiful.
So let me ask you this. When we went with John, you, me, and Rodney.
And Bob.
And you're
Don't
you're
forget
you're
about Bob, man.
you're damn getting
My
okay.
stuff, man. That was my stuff.
Well,
That was awesome.
my bad.
That
Well,
was my friend Bob. He hung out. He actually sat between me and John for a while. Like literally, I'm sitting on a rock. That duck sat 3 foot away from me.
okay, let me
I like
say
how
this again. When it was Ray, John, Rodney, myself, and Bob, we
Bob.
good now?
Yeah, we got Bob. Bob was at the end. Bob came the last place we went. Bob was at the last.
So we went to, first of all, my first mistake. My stomach was so bloated. I got a gas station, bacon, egg, and cheese. And the rest of the day, it sat like a fucking rock in my stomach. But the one good thing I did was when I went there, they had the napkin containers, and I took like 20 of them. So when you guys go out fishing, fill me in on this. You bring a toilet paper roll? Do you?
Yeah,
Because
shit paper.
you have
Always shit paper.
where?
So,
Where is that in your box or what?
so I usually keep it in my crate, or I just keep a couple napkins with me. But a funny story about shit paper is always when I used to go out, going out to take pictures of deer when I was a kid,
Looking for comments, people.
whatever I did, always brought paper. One time I was out there and my buddy who was out with me, we were chasing deer. Buddy's like, "Yo, man, I need you to go to the bathroom. Get shit paper." And I was like, "I got no shit paper." What do you mean? I didn't bring none.
You're not prepared?
So I sat there. We weren't fishing. We were looking
Okay.
for deer. And it's winter time. So, well, that wasn't even winter time. I would say it was like probably late spring or late summer, early fall. It was starting to cool down. So we're sitting, I just grabbed a bunch of leaves off and handed it to my buddy. I said, best I can do is give you some leaves, man. I said, it's something. So I gave it to my buddy. Well, a couple weeks ago, like,
Were those 3 leaves?
my buddy wasn't there. And I'm like, man, I wonder where he's been. So I said, I'm going to go down to his house and go knock on his door, see what's going on. So I knock on his door. Mom invites me in. He goes, oh, he's playing. Back then it was ColecoVision.
Yeah.
And we were playing Turbo Racer. And his mom comes and goes, all right, let's go. Let me get that calamine lotion. Here, I had given him poison ivy. He had it all over his sack, all up his ass cracking, everything poison ivy, man. It was.
That's fucked up
Oh
of
yeah.
you.
Well, I didn't know what poison. Back then, I didn't know what. I don't get poison ivy,
I don't either.
so I don't ever get it. So to me, it was like weird. Like my dad used to fish end of May, and he would have to literally sit there and wear long sleeve shirts because my dad, the
My
wind blows.
brother too.
Yeah, when the wind blows, like my dad used to get poison ivy shots. My sister used to get poison ivy shots. Me and my mom never got poison ivy.
Hmm.
Never got poison ivy. Never got poison. Crazy as shit as it is, but it is what it is. But
So he got the wrath of the Irish. Because there is a lot of fishermen. Then I mean, you look at where we go to. There's certain things. I mean, I'm super lucky. You've been out there with me, where there's mosquitoes
oh, they're brutal.
all over everyone.
And the
And,
chiggers. If you hit the weeds, man,
but
you're
none of them
so
affect.
alive, man.
The only thing that affects, I could. Ray has seen me with mosquitoes that I've had to brush down my legs, and I have no reaction to them. The black flies are horrible. They kill me.
Oh, they're brutal on the summer time. They're brutal.
And Ray was with me when we were at the Brennan Pond, where I had a vulture that was following. This thing, it was fly, and it would fly by me, and you'd hear, and it would land on me, and it would probably take like half a pound chunk out of my back. This thing was, it was a horsefly. This horsefly was so brutal, and it only was interested in me. And Ray thought that was real fucking funny. I didn't because it hurt like a son of a bitch. But I don't get mosquito bites. I don't have any reaction to things, and I don't have any reaction to moles, poison ivy, horseflies. That thing kicked my ass. Flies, those kicked my ass. So Ray left me. I'm chat with you about um, what's going on now. I'm not really sure what's going on now with fall fishing. You guys fill me in. Has anyone seen fall fishing like we're dealing with right now? Um, I mean, last year, Ray and I went out to Susquehanna, and it was warm, so we expected to catch cold water fish. I have never experienced, and given I only moved to Delaware in 2008, so I haven't been there this long, but I have not experienced this warm spell. Oh, I looked as a science teacher. The last time we had over a quarter inch of rain in Delaware was August 8th. So I have not moved on. I could actually see the outline of when I bought my house, there used to be a concrete pool. I can see where that pool is because it holds more water. But I have not mowed. Well, I guess probably 6 weeks to mow my lawn now. Not because the lawn needs to be mowed, because I need to mow the weeds, and that's pretty sad. So we are in this crazy season. But the upside of it is I'm still catching fish like it's summertime
Yeah, it's been this has been a very warm fall. Like, and not even
and dry.
yeah, like not like a Indian summer kind of heat.
No, it's been constant.
It's actually been nice. It's been outside. You can wear shirts, pants. You can always wear. I mean, it's been really nice.
But it's a constant summertime
Yeah,
feel. Like last night, I had the house open and I actually thought about closing the house down and putting the.
hmm. AC, AC.
We haven't had the AC on since the beginning of September, but I have a house fan, full house fan,
Oh yeah,
so I blow it out. But last night it was
it was hot, very hot, very comfortable.
not for me.
And it was nice, like outside, like if you were outside.
You're a skinny dude.
Yeah,
I'm a
but
I'm a
but
little bit husky.
but I'm skinny,
I'm
but
husky.
I'm using older. Like last night, like I think
My husky people, give me a shout out because you guys get it.
yeah. I mean it's hot, but it's not.
No, last night was my stairs because it's upstairs, right? You could feel the
Yeah,
difference.
well, yeah. Like I think our houses are like that, where downstairs is um, the downstairs will be cool, and the
Hmm.
upstairs won't be cool. So it's one of them situations. Yeah, no, I agree. They
So that was my dilemma last night.
John
When
says he still has his AC. I mean, it's like I mean, really, realistically, like you got guys out now blowing leaves.
hmm
People who are cutting the grass. The last thing you want is your windows are dust blowing and everything
oh,
like that.
allergies have been
I
horrible
mean,
too. I
I mean,
got.
my truck when we went to Holtwood,
Oh my God,
dude, we were driving down there. If you were 2 foot behind me, gone. You weren't seeing nobody, man. It was like being, it was, and never, you didn't even have to go fast down the road. It was just dust and
when we
snow.
came into Holtwood, do you
Nothing.
remember we thought someone was right in front of us?
Yeah,
It
nothing.
was all the dust lingering in the air because it's so fucking dry now. Everything's so. I mean. You drop a match in the yard, it's so, the fire dangers are high. It's so crazy. Um, where we've been fishing as of late, a one where it would just be me backing up, dropping the kayak into the water. It has been 90% of my energy has been into the launch. Would you agree?
Oh yeah.
Um,
And a lot of places were fishing the waters, and we really need rain. We were real. I mean, my front yard is dead. Like if I went out there, just got there, like even if I go blow leaves,
oh,
dude, it's a dust storm, man. You would think I got something blowing dust and smoke and shit everywhere, man. It's crazy how much dust is out there right
I've
now.
had to. So I have this. When I moved into my house, I had this new experience. And there's this small pond in the back of my house, which turns out to be a koi pond. And there's actually koi in there. And Ray has been trying for the last, since I've met him, that we should put snakeheads in.
Yeah, man. Just little baby ones. Christ, we were the ones that drag and run. These things were like they were my personal best smallest. Personal best smallest. Not personal best biggest, personal best smallest.
So I have very expensive koi in there. Ray doesn't give a shit. He wants,
Let the snakeheads eat them, man. Yeah. Start raising. That's food.
or the koi
Wait,
could
wait
be
a second.
big. The koi could be big.
So hold on here. So you have you've tried snakehead now.
Oh yeah.
Really good.
What do you guys think, boys? Snakehead. Matt had a bunch. He
Yeah.
liked it.
Yeah. So I saw you fry, Jordan.
Yep.
So when you fried it, did you
So I cleaned mine.
okay.
It was super easy to clean. I didn't even gut it. I just cut behind the fin, and
Yeah.
so you know how and there was very little bone. I just kind of made an arc cut around the rib cage, and there was a ton of meat. It was delicious. Now, since then, I've heard all the controversy of whether or not it's safe to eat. I have been fishing snakeheads for 3 years. I've eaten one. It was delicious. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't need the controversy. But it was really, really
Yeah. No, it's definitely not bad. I talked to Rodney the one night and talking to him about it. Walleye's still my favorite. I will give, but walleye's also a perch. So if you've ever eaten yellow perch,
I've eaten yellow fish.
yellow perch tastes like a walleye. Walleye's a little different, but for the most part, it's a perch. It's so I would still say walleye is a better eating fish. But the snakehead, not bad at all. I mean, it wasn't like terrible or anything like that. It's
I need more information because um, what I've learned recently is that some of what Delaware here calls trash fish. Dogfish, I'm going to tell you, my boys call it shark nuggies. Dogfish is awesome. Um, catch weak fish, but they're all very similar. If you fry something, it tastes like fried fucking for real. You know, I mean, if you season it, if it's a white fish, it's gonna have certain similar properties. Um, Snakehead, awesome. The one thing I will say about it is per pound, that thing has so much. clean meat without bones. That was the biggest thing on there, as opposed to some bonefish that have the rib cage going down through the whole thing. It was super easy. Um, and it was delicious. And all I did was just make a batter, dip it, and fry it. Um, which is actually why I like dogfish, because dogfish is a shark. It has no bones, but you clean it like a catfish. What I do is I put a vice grip on the skin and peel it all after I cut the fins, peel it all off. So eh, for me, a lot of it has to do with how hard it is to clean. I gotta tell you, right?
Yeah.
If it's a bitch to clean, like flounder's great. Flounder sucks because they're lopsided. You, I'm just saying, snakehead is an easy clean, and there's a lot of meat on it. And actually, if you go online, what's kind of crazy, or not online, but even around here, you go down to Crab Shack. What do they get? Like $15 a pound.
14.99 pounds.
Yeah, and we catch that shit every day whenever we go out. I mean, not every, but you know what I mean. So, oh shit, I haven't been. So, John, you only had snakehead once. Me too. I'm not condemning, but we got Robbie on, Andy on. I just didn't scroll down to see who was watching. Um, so I don't have my glasses. I'm naked Mike. Kind of look like Frankenstein with my big ass head. But anyway, um, I was gonna go out tonight. Actually, I was gonna go out last night and talk to Rodney, a friend of mine. I was gonna say that there, but no, Rodney's out there. I'm a little, or was out there. Is in Delaware here. Been between 70 and 80 since yesterday. It dropped. Actually, it dropped down to 65 last night in November, and said it was kicking ass. I wish I was out there. Actually, for let me know if you know this term, magic hour. We know it as magic hour. What's magic hour to you? Shoot me a message on Facebook or YouTube. We call it magic hour. And it's like the last hour for the sun. And this time of year, it means a whole
Oh yeah.
lot. Actually, in August, it's a whole lot. Everything just blows up.
Scott says he calls it happy hour.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Steven? And Jacob. Jacob, where you at, man? That fishing report down there at Perryville, man.
Okay, what the hell? So y'all been sleeping or something? All of a sudden I say this and y'all responding to me.
Yeah, it's good. Well, that's what you want, you know.
I know, but so
But I'm, you know me. I'm the early riser.
I know, and you know me.
I know you want to go out at noon. You want to sleep till 10. I want to go out.
No, get up with your ass. I just my favorite fishing
Like,
right before dark.
yeah.
Always has been since I was young.
I don't mind fishing evenings like till dark or nothing like that. But what I
No,
like
but
it,
that is my
I
absolute.
I'd rather be out fishing in the morning, get out there, because you have longer light. At nighttime when it starts getting the lights shrink in the time, and I don't like
But
that.
the pond blows up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All
All ponds. I mean, I think like even
you get your morning good, but there is nothing like that last hour before. I don't care what you say. There is nothing like the last hour before dark.
yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I always like. I always practice on the Susquehanna. It was a lot of. We would do a lot of night fishing. We would actually so in the winter time, like December, January, February, we would literally fish a place called Beach Bottom. Of course, before 9/11, you were able
Yes, you're right.
you were able to actually go and fish the spillway. It actually crazy as it sounds, your ass was actually allowed. We would get my buddy's dad worked in Beach Bottom, so we would just drive in. There was never any security guys. Never any security guys. We would just drive right the hell in. And we'd park down and catch big old stripers, stuff like that. But I mean, I think I think the earlier morning fish and bite is way. I just in the heat of the summer. So not saying like morning in July. I totally agree. Early morning, summertime, good fishing. Try to beat the heat, and can't beat the heat. Then go at nighttime, but then you're dealing with the heat, hard heat right in the dark. Where like in the morning you still get that cool temperatures from what I mean. It's but again,
See, this is where Ray and I actually help because I'll go out with him in the morning. That's not my jam. I love the morning though because it's absolutely beautiful and it's still great fishing. My thing is that last hour. I happy hour, magic hour. I've been out there where the wind's been a little breezy. All of a sudden, it turns to glass, and you can see. You can't even distinguish the horizon from the sunset and the dawn, and it's super still. And all of a sudden, around you, you start hearing oh, and you're trying to follow 'em. You can't follow them because there's so many. And top water, you do anything on a top water bait and anticipation every time you pass because everything is so perfectly you're so in tune with everything that the slightest noise of you that that is my magic hour when you are everything's so still and you're bringing a lure across the top the slightest change in the environment makes you want to set the hook. That's my magic hour.
yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I think yeah, I would agree with. That's a really good time. Um, but
No, I know. Uh, And I get it. Ray, you have brought me out on gorgeous, brought me to never been to. And when we're out in Jersey, and we've always done well too. Don't get me wrong. It's not like Ray's just dragging me my ass out there. You got to fish with. You do great. Don't get me wrong. That's just always been since I was a young kid, my personal preference. But I didn't fish the morning. And Ray has brought me out on these mornings. I think one of the first times we went out was in the rare,
Yeah. Every morning.
and it was gorgeous. And if you go on our site, I take a lot of pictures. So Ray and I tell people that we don't need to catch fish.
Yeah.
We are present where we're at. And if I'm not catching fish, I'm taking pictures. Same with him. Got great pictures. Him and I, he's got great pictures too. Us out there just fishing, wildlife, birds, whatever. But I think that's also important that like, you don't have to catch fish. You just gotta appreciate where you're at.
Oh yeah. Definitely the environment, where you're at, stuff like that, like where you're fishing.
We driving around. Remember, you're looking for new spots, and you got those great eagle pics.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
driving down this road. Ray
Holy
stops
crap.
the truck, and he's like, "Hold on, hold on, hold on." So we stop, and we got these beautiful. I mean, this thing was sitting right above our fucking heads, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's just, my wife,
Like
my wife is a yoga instructor, and she's always talking about the yoga stuff and being mindful. And half the time, I'm not as in tune to her. But it's absolutely correct because when you're out there fishing, if you're not catching fish, is it are you having a bad time?
no.
No,
Every time on the water is a bad
because
time.
you're mindful, you're present of where you're at.
Yeah.
Would you rather be there
Yeah.
or somewhere else?
No, I'd rather be there. I'd rather be on the water. Peaceful, relaxing. Um,
You don't got stupid people pissing you off all the time.
yeah, sometimes you get out there early in the morning. I mean, you'd be surprised though. Like the Octorara Lake, for example, when it's open, go out there in the morning during the summertime. It's hot.
Yeah.
You'll have 10, 15 boats going out in the morning.
Then you
All
have the
kayaks and shit like that. So I mean, it
then you have
definitely
the all the Amish traffic.
the Amish rush hour.
Hmm. So you got to compete with that. No, I'm just saying that I just really appreciate, and I'm stressing to everyone that you have to appreciate that because everything could be worse. And if you're on the water and you're not catching, fuck it, go on the water.
I mean, you could do a million things out there while you're out there too. I mean, you taking pictures or meeting Bob. Got to meet Bob the McGanzer.
How many friends have we met out there, right?
Oh yeah, lots of people.
I mean,
We run into people all the time, and
Ray actually, we were out last weekend and we were on the pond, and someone said, "Is that what was that? That is that Maz or is that Mike?" I said, "I can't deal with this now."
yeah,
But like because of this show, we have this whole niche niche, whatever you might call what I mean calling it. But people recognize us. We recognize them from
yeah,
all our groups.
yeah.
So it's become this community where though we don't know each other, it's really cool to connect with people out there and just say hi, share stories. And how many times have we sat at the landing afterwards and had a couple beers with people that we met,
out there.
and that
That's why you always bring your bloody beers when you're out there, because
you always
and then when you get done, well, hey, you want a beer? Everybody wants a beer after a good hard day fishing, especially when you're fishing snakeheads and it's 105 degrees out there all day long, and you're hydrated by the time you come in. So you hydrate with a cold beer.
absolutely
Yeah, it's just that thing. But the worst thing about that is don't eat too much during the day. That one beer will fire you up, man. You be ready to go.
hire you up.
Yeah, be good to go after that one beer. All right, I'm ready.
And then when they say, "Why don't you come back to my house?"
Yeah, yeah,
Because we've been there too.
yeah,
And then when you come home and your wife, where you been? Oh, I met such and such, and Ray and I were hanging out, and
yeah.
I'm
You
uh,
just you never know
I got a good wife as far as that concerned.
when you never know who you're going to meet.
No, and we have. I gotta say, in Delaware, we have a really great of people. Delaware is a state with a small town feel. Would you agree?
Yeah, sorta.
There's a lot of people that you like within our thing. We meet, we go out there, and there's oftentimes we meet people that have either heard of us, know of us, or are interested in what we're doing. So, and this is not being me conceited at all. This is just me saying I appreciate when I go out and people say, "Hey, is that Mazman?"
Yeah,
or "Is that right?"
yeah,
And then we get to hang out with these people. That is so awesome. Or when people will say, "Oh, I'm trying to catch a snakehead. Where can I go?" I said, "I'm not gonna give you a spot to go, but I guess that's the teach a man to fish, or you. But I you know us, we ain't giving out. But I will show them how to find places, which is all you people that are snakehead fishermen and looking for a place. Look for a tributary off of the Delaware or Chesapeake, because you're going to find snakeheads anywhere where you have a tributary.
yeah, yeah.
And
Oh,
it's not our job to find them for you, but our job, I'll promote it and say, you guys go out and this is where you look for spots and go on Google Maps, find a landing, make sure the tides don't rip you the hell out of there. That's a big thing that we look for.
yeah. Tides are definitely a big thing.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
There's a couple places that we want to fish.
Hey, real quick, just want to throw some shout outs to Paul being on. Thanks, Paul. Brooke, what's up? And my niece Abby's on, so that's pretty cool. And John says we're superstars.
I'm a superstar. I don't
I
know
mean,
about. I don't. I'm not sure about Ray.
we are, and you're exactly right, Scott. He said the best places are the ones that are on Facebook. That's exactly right.
He is exactly right. And I will tell you all, these people that are commenting, a lot of them have with us, and they know where we fish. They also know how to find where to fish. And I'm just going to throw this out there. I did this thing with my class this year, and I was telling Ray earlier, but I have to do this social emotional stuff. And it's not my favorite. I'm a science teacher. It's not my favorite thing to teach. But
Oh,
what happened was they realized I to them I have my show that I do. And they're like, "Oh shit, Mr. Mazzola, you got a show?" I said, "Yeah." And apparently they thought I was bullshitting. And I told them what the show was, and they got on. They're like, "Yeah, Mr. Mazzola, that's a legit show." And I said, "What do you think I was lying?" And they're like, "No, we just didn't know what to expect." And I told them, and this was a social media experiment, that I crop and blur pictures so people don't know where I am. I don't. This was a experience for them to realize how much of an impact social media has. But as fishermen and women, whatever, we protect our areas. We're very conscious of what we post because we don't want everyone to be able. I'll never forget. I'm gonna throw a name out, and Frank Herbert said you need to crop and post because I didn't realize this at first, and I was basically broadcasting where I was fishing to everyone. I didn't realize that at the time, but since then I've realized, and whenever I catch a fish that I want to share, I crop it down, blur out the background because I'm protecting our areas. But it's not to be an asshole. It's just because we're protecting. But at the same time, I will say I'm not going to give you my spot, but I will show you how to find us.
Or if you see people fishing in spots you fish, you know, I just what I like most about being on the water is like you were saying earlier, the people you meet, and as you meet the people, if you're out on the water, kayaks next to each other, and you'll sit there and talk and a little bit. That's that stuff's kind of cool. I mean, I think that's I just 1 year the amount of people I met fishing, it's great.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's great people out there. I finally got to get to go out with John the one time we took Susquehanna, Rodney, Scott Walker. I mean, these guys are all really cool. I mean, like the one day we're over in Jersey, we ran into Steve Rusk. I mean, that
Mm-hmm.
was. I mean, there are people we see on Snakehead Outlaws, and we see them on different sites, and it's funny because you like, run into them out there. You're like, you're
Oh,
posting every,
you're Ray
yeah,
Hamilton. You're
you're out posting every day catching fish. I mean, it's
they
fun.
they they immediately recognize you and acknowledge who you are, which is really cool. And then you have people like, okay, right? If you're out in Jersey and you smell a cigar, who do you think?
Oh man, Billy Cigar, man. Yeah,
You know who's on the water
yeah,
that
absolutely.
day. I'm just saying, like, this is a tight community, which is
I
spread
really,
over a
I
huge range.
think the tight community, I think the tightest. So I don't really fish Susquehanna that much. I can drive 20 minutes from my house. I have 20 places I can snakehead. You're going to go and catch a snakehead. Your average snakehead is going to be anywhere between 22.
Mhm.
So me, I want to be out on the water on my kayak, looking into a snakehead, something that's going to pull. I'm going.
Oh yeah,
Like when we all went to the Susquehanna, we're all catching a bunch of shit ass little tiny fish.
well, the
You know,
Google eyes you call
yeah. But I mean, they're the little dinky fish you're catching. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice to target something else, but at the same time, I mean, I really enjoy snakehead fishing. I probably fish snakehead or for snakeheads more than really anything else. So hey, excuse me, guys.
So the cool thing about that actually is that, um, 4 years ago, I'll tell you, in 2018, when I moved down here and I bought my car, the guy I bought my car from was a fisherman. I said, I really, one of my goals is to catch a snakehead. He told me, go to Beck's Pond, throw a minnow on, throw through the lure. Never did that, but I was fishing a specific pond, and eventually I caught a snakehead, and it was so super thrilling to catch. This was the end of the season, so the next year, one of so I caught that May. I started out with like a bass, but I was targeting bass and ended up with almost 6 pound snakehead, 5 pounds, 11 ounce, and it was the most exciting fish to catch.
Yeah.
And since that day, I fished that summer. I caught on a snake. So then, when I moved from where I used to live to where I now live, I was looking for someone, people to fish with me because I didn't have any fishing buddies. And I actually went out to neighborhoods, Caravel Farms, and made a page. I think that page still exists. I haven't done shit with it. But one thing that I met Ray through it, and we went out and I brought him out snakehead fishing out in the pond that I was used to. I didn't catch a fucking fish, but he did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you
I think
did. But you did.
yeah.
And ever since, that was Ray and I. That was our first time out together. And how many snakeheads? How many fish have we caught together?
Yeah. I mean, it's like I know like last year I only had like I think I ended up with I think it was like 31 or 30. This year I'm I'm on 8 stuck. Been out once and it was just all bass. So I was like, I mean, they're still fun to catch and um everything. So hey,
Let's
I just
just.
want to say something because John just hit something up. John's going to be live. That's Cast the Nasty Baits. Going to be live on Goose's page on Sunday at 8 o'clock Central Time. That is 9 o'clock Eastern Time for us, I believe. Right? That's right. So check John out on there. That's awesome, John. Um, like that's another one. Goose has been what a great
Oh,
young man.
shit, I
So
didn't realize it was 8:28.
yeah, that's why I was trying to hurry up and throw some things out there real quick. Hey guys, I just want to say I appreciate everybody. A lot of you who know me know I'm going through some shit right now. Um, just keep me in your thoughts, guys. That's all I got to say.
Hey,
And just the thanks. The outreach has been great. A lot of people have hit me up over the past couple of days. Don't want to get too personal on here,
nope,
but I just want to thank everybody. I mean, it's Rodney, just the people, Mike, my friend
John.
John. I mean, I just thanks, guys. I mean, it's when you have some time, give me a call. I've had some pretty bad experience.
Uh,
I just to let everybody know, I only have 2 fishing poles right now out of 12. So
so what I will say is we got your back no matter what. You know
yeah,
that. And for everything that goes on in life, our common bond is fishing. And we always know we can find our peace on the water.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So I just want to let everybody know, hey, thanks for the outreach, man. It's been I don't want to get too emotional in here, but it's been rough. Been a tough battle, but we'll get through it. Um, but we'll get through it one day at a time. It's all I can do. I got to get up every morning. I got to breathe in, breathe out, and got to just do my. Got to remember it's my day. my day, and that's just where I'm at right now. So if you guys can all keep me in your thoughts, prayers, whatever, I really appreciate every one of you. And
Yep.
sometimes it surprises you the outreach you get. So I just want to thank everybody tonight. I'm going to continue to do the show as long as I can. We ain't stopping.
You ain't dying.
No, but it's I kind of feel I am running on 1 hour sleep in the past 40 hours, so I am drained, mentally
Mhm.
drained.
You know that. You know that footprint.
Footprint. Would
Yeah.
it fall through the sand?
Yeah. I'm gonna carry you.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah,
I'm gonna pick you up.
carry you through,
I'm
man.
gonna be like Jesus.
All right.
Got your ass. I am one burly, and I'm actually probably gonna go to hell for even saying that, but I know.
How's going?
Just prolonging it.
Yeah, but hey, oh, man, kind of hard for me. But I'm going fishing.
We're going fishing, and hopefully, I won't really want to go fishing tomorrow.
I'm out of commission for a while, guys.
None if I have anything to say for it. People, love you.
Be good, man. Peace out.
Shut it down, boy.